Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to work with you today. I'm not telling you my name because I will ask you to guess some information about me using the questions and photos from the board. So you're welcome. Can you scroll my name? Olesa, yes, thank you. And where am I from? Great, smart you. Yeah.
What is your business? It brings you happiness?
Yes, it brings me happiness and I love children.
Always? If you were not a teacher?
Yes, I love helping people. And the last one?
Good.
Yes. Great, thank you. To meet interesting people and to read. So here are the questions, and today we'll prove that questions can drive our learning, our teaching, and our life. The topic of my workshop is questions and questioning. I will ask you to look through the outcomes. What are we going to do today? Just for several seconds, and if you have any questions, please feel free and ask me. Okay? Think about your questions, because you will ask me at the end of the workshop. Some questions first for you. The first one. Teachers, professors, or you students?
Students.
Students, So you all agree?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Of course, students are curious about knowledge, therefore we ask a lot of questions. And get knowledge. Sometimes it's
A difficult one. It's even about real life. Sometimes you have a question like, what do I want to cook today? And then I have lots of questions. Where can I buy the ingredients? What shall I cook? Why should I choose like this? But give me a second. I will think about my questions and I will find the answers myself. The same is with students. You have sometimes a lot of questions, but you just need time to answer your questions yourselves. And the third one, my favorite. Yeah, so be honest.
I'll tell you for the next time.
You should check out at home.
Maybe
I'll check it in the dictionary.
and they say maybe you will say with me, or you can share with me your idea, something like that.
You have really professional teachers. The thing is, yeah, we teachers are not the only source of information. And you can find your own techniques and resources out of the university. Okay, so now we are going to work in two groups, as you can see, blue group and red one. So you have to choose a card and find your group. Okay? Take a card, according to the color, find your group and set it correctly. Thank you. Stand up behind the table. Now, in your groups, you're going to brainstorm. You're going to brainstorm purposes of teacher questioning. And your group, you're going to brainstorm purposes of questioning by learners. You have only 1 minute for this, and you have to write down your ideas here. Okay, 1 minute. Go. Write down your ideas. Brainstorm and write down your ideas here. 1 minute.
So first of all, it's assessment.
Uh-huh.
Then to stimulate or encourage students or pupils to work better.
Find the answer.
Mm-hmm. Great.
The next one, to get involved into the atmosphere in general. And that's all.
That's great. Thank you. Please.
So our first purpose of question and analysis is to find out something new, of course.
Of course.
The next one is to check yourself. And the next one is to check a teacher.
Thank you. Check your teacher. How do you usually do this? How do you usually check your teachers? Asking questions. Oh, that's why this topic of workshop is really interesting, right? So, why do you think teachers and students should know this? What is the purpose of this activity?
Maybe the purpose is to interact.
Yes, great.
Cooperation and collaboration.
Yes, great, thank you. And we teachers, we also have to follow students' needs and wants in order to be interesting for you. Now, in your groups, you're going to look at one photo. And the task for you is to write any questions you want according to the photo. And you try to predict their questions and write the answers. You'll have only, yes, girls, you'll have only 4 minutes for this task. And you have to write your questions and answers on separate sheets of paper. So what should you do?
We should try questions.
Before that, yes, to look at the picture, then your group. How many questions should you write? It depends. And you should write answers. Okay, how much time do you have?
4 minutes.
Should you do it's 4 minutes. You will have only 4 minutes. Should you do this in groups or individually? Great, girls. Sheets of paper, and here are the photos. Separate sheets of paper. Photo. 4 minutes. Look, read the question.
How old are these people? They are forever young.
Great! Thank you. Next question. Who is the oldest? Who is the oldest?
They are all the same.
They don't have.
Yes.
Where have they got these clothes?
Everything they find in the wardrobe.
Great.
Where do they live?
Yes.
Yes. No, great.
Their sisters, are they?
They are all friends.
Yes. Yes. Oh, they have the answer.
What's the culture that they belong to? Very good.
It's not about the cultures. Okay, thank you. Clap your hands. Great. Was it difficult to ask questions? Was it difficult to predict the questions, right? The answers? It's more. Why? It's more difficult. Why? Were these questions easy to answer?
Yeah, that way is a chance.
Some of them were, but
Because in order to answer, you should have knowledge. You should be qualified in something. That's right.
So it was not a question.
Yeah, and it's very easy to answer the questions which are obvious, right, in the picture. But if you have to analyze, think, well, they are quite difficult or challenging. Now I will ask you to categorize questions, whether they are open-ended or closed. So, you can give a one-word answer to closed questions, and you have to answer in a sentence here. Open-ended questions, like WH questions, but sometimes WH questions can be closed questions, right? When the answer is just one word. For example, what season is it now? Spring. Closed. Referential. Do you know referential? When the teacher doesn't know actually the answer to the question. For example, what is your opinion of, or what did you do at the weekend? I didn't know. Closed. Yes, no. Display. When the teacher just checks the knowledge of the students from previous lessons. For example, what is the past simple form of the verb leave? The answer is left. Great. Now I will ask you to categorize your questions according to the categories. You will have 1 minute for this task. Okay?
Would they have this 1 minute? So we can explain what this is. Even when it's very close.
They can go and stick. Ready? Yeah. So, 5 questions here and only 1 question here. What conclusions can we draw out of here? What questions are more challenging and provoke more thinking? Closed questions or open questions? Yes. So, what is more important, to ask closed questions or open-ended questions? Why?
Can get more information.
Yes, teachers can reduce teachers' talking time and students can give more information. So we should move from lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. Lower order thinking skills, they provoke less thinking. And higher order thinking skills, like HOTS, they provoke more thinking. Now, I will ask you to look here. There are lots of typologies and taxonomies of questions and questioning. The thing is, today we are going to take a close look at Bloom's taxonomy. These are the levels. Remembering is just identification and recall of information. Understanding, how do we understand? Applying, how we can use different principles and rules. Analyzing is like separating a whole part into component parts. Evaluating, developing different ideas and judgments. And creating, the last part, is just combining all these parts and create a new part. Now, I will ask you to categorize different question stems according to Bloom's taxonomy. You will have 3 minutes for this task. So, categorize question stems according to Bloom's taxonomy. But using the question stems from Bloom's taxonomy and try to use higher order thinking skills, questions and question stems, okay? Individually, one more time, formulate the question according to the photo using higher order thinking skills. You'll have 1 minute for this task, individually. Isabel, can you read your questions, please?
So, can you design a piece of clothing that would resemble one of those worn by ladies and would look like?
Wow, thank you. Design. Great.
How do you think, what way of life do they live?
Interesting. Crazy one. Crazy way of life. Thank you.
And what made them wear these extraordinary clothes?
Can you create new clothes for them?
Oh, can you create new clothes for them? Great. Thank you. Very interesting.
Can you assume how much time do they know each other?
It's a difficult one. Okay, great. Thank you for your questions. They're really great. And now, how can questions help teachers while planning lessons? So sometimes we have questions first. Then, how do you think? Yes, plan. Then, what do you think?
Analyzing?
Research. Analyzing different resources. Then, and present. Great. Can we analyze today's workshop according to Bloom? Did we have remembering stage? Then understanding. Where? In which stage?
When the material was explained, we asked questions.
Yes, thank you. Applying.
When we actually create questions.
Yes, thank you. Analyzing.
When we were thinking over questions.
Thank you. And creating.
Producing, asking questions.
Yeah. While formulating your own questions, right? New one. So here are the outcomes again. And a creative one, a hot one. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you for your great job. Thank you for your questions. And goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.